Hey everyone, I hope your day is going great. Thanks for joining me for this tarot read. We're going to use the Wisdom Oracle cards paired with our Gilded Tarot deck. That Gilded Tarot is really calling to me today. I want to know what messages the universe has for all of you guys. What messages do you need to hear? So universe, what do you have to say to the collective today? We've been having some reads lately, guys, so we'll see what this one comes out as. We do have community, so this read might involve the people around you. It might be family, it might be friends, it could be co-workers too. Remember, guys, birds are representative of messengers, and we do have birds around here too, so this community can also involve spirit. And we have a leg up. It's like somebody is giving someone else a leg up. Somebody is helping them on their journey. Like I said, it might be the people around them. This could also involve spirit with those birds there. I feel like that one needs to come out too. You know what? So does that one. All that glitters. And round and round. Round and round does speak to cycles. It's like somebody is possibly looking to break a cycle. There's some sort of a cycle that needs to be broken. They might need help in doing it as well. And this is where we're having that community, the leg up card coming into play. Regeneration is like rebirth, but I see healing in it as well. And like a period of taking time to heal. Taking time for yourself, caring for yourself, and healing from whatever this was. Because it was a situation that wound up being not as good as you thought it was. And that's what the All That Glitters is representing in this read. It's like when you first started on this, it was like this wonderful thing. You thought that it was going to be beautiful. It was going to turn out just great. And for whatever reason, whatever this is, and it should come out more in the tarot cards, it turned out to be perhaps negative or toxic. And now it's like we're feeling like we're stuck in it. We're feeling like we're trapped. We're looking for a way out. And there are people who are going to help with this, but it will take a period of healing afterwards. We do have milk and honey too. That milk and honey card can represent abundance and a time of abundance. I feel like it's tied into community. I look at milk and honey. I get pulled to the community card. It's like not realizing how many people love you and how many people want to help you on your journey when you're going through a rough time. So I don't know if for the person that this read belongs to, or those of you that can relate to this read, it's like feeling like you're all alone in this journey too. And that's part of that feeling trapped, is like feeling like you have nowhere to go. But with that community card, I see almost like a surprise in how many people care and how many people want to help you. And the Hanging Man. This is a good card to get in your read, guys. This card represents the only thing that could possibly hold you back from success in life is you. So he tells me that there are no external forces that can stop you from finding success and happiness. What you really do need to worry about, though, is any fears, doubts, or insecurities. Those are things that can hang you up on your journey. We also have the Queen of Swords too. So this Queen of Swords, swords can be indicative of an air sign, which might be somebody who is an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini, possibly. Swords is most often just representative of truth and logic. So this Queen of Swords, she's usually somebody who's honest and who's loyal, who values truth and integrity. This might be speaking to inner truth. This might be who this read is for. And this Queen of Swords stepping forward and doing what's right for herself. We do have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups can represent that happiness and celebration. I get pulled back to community as like this community of people who want to help. They might not know. This Queen of Swords, she can also be somebody who doesn't talk about her emotions a lot. She sort of plays her cards close to her chest. So maybe who's going through this, whoever is going through this or who can relate to this read, it was like you didn't tell anybody what was going on. You sort of kept it to yourself, tried to keep on a brave face. So you don't really realize how much people want to help you because you're not sort of giving them that opportunity by opening up. I feel like that does come around though in this situation, and like there's this surprise in how many people step up to try and help in this situation. You have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups can represent an emotional withdrawal. It's an emotional offering that somebody's turning away, or a warning not to turn away an emotional offering, which might be friendship, it might be a leg up, it might be that sense of community. Don't turn it away. Open up emotionally to somebody. Open up to someone about what's going on, about how you're feeling, about the situation that you're feeling stuck in. The Page of Wands, it represents good news on the way. So Wands is indicative of communication. The communication is what's going to get this good news on the way. It's what's going to bring this help. And Two of Swords, that indecision. It's like she wants to. She wants to open up to somebody about what's going on because she feels really alone. She feels maybe like she doesn't have close friends, or maybe her family lives close away, or she doesn't have a whole lot of family too, because everybody's situations are a little bit different. I just feel like she feels really alone. And she might have felt this way for a really long time, and this might be part of why she plays her cards close to her chest, because she's just learned to be this way. But there's part of her that wants to open up. There's part of her that wants to reach out for support. I feel like others might reach out to her too. Like somebody's noticed that something's wrong. And that's why we have the Four of Cups. It's like somebody's reaching out with an emotional offering. Somebody's reaching out with a gesture of friendship. And she might be torn about whether to open up or not. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant can represent a few things. It can represent an institution, can represent a higher learning. It can also represent a mentor and somebody who's very well thought of. And this might even fit this Queen of Swords. She might be in a position where people look up to her like a mentor. And this might be why people are eager to help her too, because they feel like she's helped them in the past. She's helped to maybe give them advice or teach them something. And it's like they want to be able to return the favor. She matters to them emotionally, and she doesn't even realize it. The Emperor. The Emperor is tied to the Hierophant. The Emperor is a person, and he's tied to the Hierophant. He's someone who wants to help. Who is he? Who is the Emperor? I want to know. He's going to make the emotional offering. This Emperor does not belong to anyone's zodiac sign, guys. He can sometimes be somebody who is in a position of authority. Because when you look at the Emperor, and when you think of an Emperor, you think of strength, right? You think of strength, of success, of power. So this is what he's going to represent in her situation. Somebody who possibly she views that way. So he might even be the mentor. He might be somebody who she's looked up to as a mentor. And we do have the Five of Swords. This Five of Swords is going to be about truth. It's going to be about truth. It's going to be about honesty. It's going to be about opening up about whatever's going on in her life and telling the truth about it. When somebody reaches out, being able to open up, not holding back, because by holding back, you're like denying. You're denying yourself that friendship. You're denying yourself that help. You're robbing yourself of that chance to have that leg up, that sense of community and somebody else in your life. King of Wands. Oh, he's the one. He's the one. He's the cycle. He's the all that glitters. I get a very angry energy off of this King of Wands. I don't know if he's abusive, but he's a very angry person. It's like she's afraid of him. She's afraid of walking away. She's afraid of what he might do if she tries to walk away. You know what? This Emperor might actually be the law. To some people in this situation, this might be going to the authorities about what's going on here. And maybe being really worried about doing it. The King of Swords. And this King of Swords, he is somebody who deals in facts. He's going to be involved with this Hierophant. He's going to be involved with this Emperor in the cases where this is speaking to someone going to the law for help. And that Emperor might be encouraging her to go to the law too, because I feel like this is going to speak to a few different people's situations. So I feel like they're going to be representative of a few different people. The Queen is definitely who's going through it. The King is definitely who's putting the Queen through it. But I feel like this Emperor is going to be different to different people. I feel like in some people, he's going to be participating as part of the law coming into play. I feel like for other people, he's going to be a mentor or a figure in this Queen's life who's either going to encourage her to go to the law or who is going to actually report it himself. This King of Swords is also somebody who's involved in the law. Like I said, he's somebody about truth. He's somebody about fact. He's somebody about honesty. He's somebody who doesn't get emotions involved. That's why sometimes he can be indicative of a lawyer or a judge. Somebody might be recommending a lawyer to her. And that might be who that King of Swords represents. We have Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups represents options. Having many options, weighing your options carefully. Oh, see, and she's not sure what to do. I feel like she's scared of the King of Wands. I have that distinct impression like he's real mean looking. And she's scared. She's scared of breaking the cycle. She's scared of walking away. She's weighing her options very carefully. This Emperor will be a positive force in her life, though. He's going to help her to break free of this cycle in one way or another, no matter what he represents to a person in this read. Because like I said, I feel like he represents different things to different people. Either way, he's going to be helpful and he's going to be a positive force to this Queen of Wands who is looking for change. That Star card speaks of hope. It's like hope for the future. The Queen of Wands, or Queen of Pentacles. Generosity. See, this is part of this sense of community too. That she's going to find out that she actually has around her that she doesn't realize. And maybe she's pushed people away because of what's going on with the King of Wands. Maybe it's to sort of protect herself from whatever he does. This might be part of his manipulation. But there are people who are still there. This Queen of Pentacles is still there. This Emperor is going to want to help. So we have that Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, it's like building for the future, building a solid foundation. I see the word family in it. Like on some level, she does have someone who's family who's going to want to help. Or she's protecting family. For some people, she might actually have a child. The Eight of Wands. Oh, traveling. She might need to travel back home. It might be where this Queen of Pentacles lives. Pentacles can be indicative of somebody who's an earth sign. So this might be somebody who is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. This might even be a mother figure, a sister, a cousin, some sort of a feminine figure in her life. I feel like she's going to have to travel to them. I feel like this is part of her plan to leave. This is part of her plan to get away from this King of Wands, is she's actually going to be physically relocating to get away from him, and it is going to involve this Queen of Pentacles. I feel like she has some sort of tie to who is either a blood relative or feels like family. It's like a family type connection. And the Death card. So the Death card does represent endings. It doesn't necessarily mean death, guys. It's like closing the door on one chapter and beginning a new one. This is part of this regeneration. This is part of this change. This is part of her making a decision. And interesting, the Knight of Wands, one of the Knight of Wands is actually physically moving and moving a far distance. The Eight of Wands can represent air travel. So again, we're talking about a far distance. She's looking to relocate, not just, a couple blocks down the road. I don't even think it's the next city over. I think it's like way, way away from this King of Wands, way out of his reach. And then I do feel like there is some sort of a legal something that's going to be involved. Having to maybe go to court, maybe filing divorce papers. But with that distance, she's going to feel safe enough to start healing. and moving forward and moving on with her life. This Queen of Pentacles is going to play a beautiful, wonderful part in this chapter for her, supporting her and helping her as she goes. This Emperor is also going to play a very positive role in her moving forward and finding her, I don't want to really say escape, but finding her way out, finding her way to break this cycle with this King of Wands. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed the read, and thank you very much for joining me. Take care.